What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It is match reaction time. Leeds United 2, West Ham United 1. A massive 3 points tonight. Absolutely huge. By hook, no crook. Look, it wasn't pretty, but I've said from the get-go this season, it's not going to be pretty a lot of the season. So enjoy the wins when you get them. And there was a lot to enjoy today, people. A lot to enjoy. Before I get into it, though, like the video, people. Helps out the channel. It's free to do, and it helps out immensely. Thank you to Cy Harris of Mr. P for the super thanks in the last video. Much appreciated. Thank you to Jordan for becoming a new member of the channel. Big up to you. If you want to become a member of the channel, the links are everywhere now on YouTube. But yeah, listen, people. What is going on, man? Important win. Yeah, big boy Rodon, man of the match. We're going to get into him in a bit. As you can see, that there's a poll up. It's I guess it's kind of diverse, but not really. There's only one man on there, and I'm going to get into it in a moment, man. Carl saying here, big win, but a big worry conceding another late goal. Yeah, but look, I've said it from the start. Every win that we get, I can't really see us getting a really comfortable win. I mean, it will be nice if we ever do get one, but I think everything is going to be fighting tooth and nail. That's pretty much been the message I've been saying since the start of the season, and definitely since the window shut. It's going to be like a real battle to get 3 points in every game. And even West Ham, as shocking as they were, even they had moments where you thought, uh-oh. But we've hung in there, and we've got 3 great points, people, before some horrendous fixtures coming up. We're gonna yeah, I mean, listen, it was a game of 2 halves. I can see people talking in there about the second half, and we'll get into that. But there is a lot to enjoy. And as I've said before, people on here in the Premier League, where we are, and especially with the team we have, enjoy the wins when you get them. Enjoy the wins when you get them. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy that one today. And a couple of our rivals, relegation rivals, Wolves play Burnley, and Bournemouth host Forest. So Sean Dyche goes to Bournemouth for his first game. We'll see how he gets on there. Big win. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Hyru announced with a super chat. Thank you, Hyru. Big win. Came out the gates firing. Rodon, man of the match. Good to see Tanaka and Biol starting. Need to clean up the late goals. It's unacceptable. And I do agree. Michael saying here, 2 very poor sides. A championship game. A championship game, Matt. That's how that reads, isn't it? Yeah, it was 2 bad sides, but we knew that. But what you have to do when you're against another bad side is take the points from them. And that's what we didn't do against Burnley. But again, I'm going to give Farke credit for today because he deserves it in terms of the team that he picked. He wasn't going to let go of his son, but he got one right. But some people say a broken clock is right twice a day. But he did well today, Brendan, and we'll get off. We'll get onto that as well. Chris in the house. What's going on, Chris? I can't enjoy it knowing that it's prolonging our relegation by keeping Farke. Chris will never relent. He will never relent, people. But I do understand what you're saying in terms of that, Chris. But the fact that he made changes today, and I really hope it isn't just because Pascal is out with the flu or whatever it is, or not fit enough to play. I hope he's made these changes by himself. That's a promising thing. And then if he's not getting the results with it, it just shows that the team probably isn't good enough. But there was good signs today, good signs. But David, I want to talk about him later because listen, as with everything, when you play in with a defeat, not everyone plays poorly. When you win a game, not everyone plays great. DCL is looking like Noah Hunt to me, but we're going to get into that later as well. Honestly. Bowen looked dangerous. Yeah, you can tell. I was looking at Bowen on the pitch today, along with Paqueta at times, and I just look at him thinking they can't believe what they're playing with. You know, you can see Bowen is a class above, and I rate it on the scale of when he's on the ball. I'm thinking keep him on the outside because I don't want him anywhere near. And as you saw, he set up the goal. James Justin was nowhere near him, by the way, but Jarrod Bowen is a class above, but I think he's locked into that West Ham contract, man. I think he's got that Danny Dyer double lock on there. I don't think he can leave West Ham, people. Sean saying Goodmanson fragile. I know, and I don't get why he had to come off. Yeah, I don't know. We'll speak about it. We'll speak about it. Man said get Bowen in January. I wish. And hopefully Gabby isn't injured. The second half was dire. Yeah, the second half was terrible, but it was about us managing the game, seeing it out and getting the 3 points and moving on. That's all. That's guys, we're not gonna salsa football with this football team that we've got. It's not gonna happen. We are gonna have to grind and fight for every single three points we get. And tonight was another example of that. Because West Ham, by the way, just to speak about them, They were absolutely terrible defensively. I thought Nuno could do something, but he mentioned in the pre-match game that he hasn't had much time with them on the training pitch because of the quick turnaround. But my Lord, they were so bad defensively. I mean, our goals were basic as hell, but that's what you need. That's what you need at this level. Parrot House, always supporting, man. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Mark with a super chat as well. That was hard yakka. That was hard yakka. Am I missing the joke here? But thank you anyway, Mark. Thank you. Oh, yes, but Mark, you say for every goal we scored, you're going to deliver super chat. I forget about that deal, Mark. Thank you so much. The dizzy heights of 13th. Yeah. So with this now, let's just get into the starting lineup, because this is where I've got to give Farke his props, because this is something that was obviously concerning, and it just shows you just how different we look when you give us our best team possible or close to it. Because that's what disappointed me last week with Burnley. We got the same team, the same formation, and they weren't at it. They were half asleep on the pitch. You saw today we bring back in our number one goalkeeper, and that was vitally important. I see people talking about his hair. I don't care if he's been to Turkey or not. Whatever makes him happy. But you can see the difference, people. Darlow is a fine deputy. Should really be a number 3, but you can see the difference with Lucas Perry, who's a number 1. Almost came away with another clean sheet, but for the late goal. But he made some vital saves today. And the one from Bowen's overhead kick, I know it went straight at him, but when he palmed it out, there was 2 West Ham players there, and he palmed it into Joe Rodon's feet. It's things like that that make him a number 1 goalkeeper. And Daniel Farke said before the game, we bought Lucas Perry to be our number 1. He is playing now. He's had a full week of training with the internationals. So, yeah, it was good to see Perry back in for one. Biol coming in next to Rodon. There was a couple of, iffy moments for Biol on the ball, but defensively, in terms of him clearing out defensive headers, wonderful. Him and Rodon together. I like the look of that. And that is the back 5 that I've wanted to see. Now, Goodmanson had a good first half up until he went off. I know people were saying that he may have fell on someone's foot. I didn't think it was that severe for him to come off, but obviously it was. Let's just hope it isn't long term, because James Justin didn't cover himself with glory today. Got to say, because not only was he one of the main reasons why we conceded the goal, he just did not go near Jared Bowen. I don't know what he was doing. And you could see when the balls crossed in, James Justin was looking at like, oh, no, please, no. And then he goes and clatters someone after to try and make up for it. That don't impress me. It may impress the passion merchants. Do your job properly, you know what I mean? But hopefully Goodmanson will be fine for Brian, because we're going to need everyone for that one, people. We're going to need everyone. Okafor, that was good to see him start. And I know people are going to speak about the Harrison substitution, but I'm looking at it in the way I think Farke would have looked at it. And I guess we'll get the quotes and we'll discuss those on the cool down tomorrow. But I think because we were 2-0 up, that Okafor was probably only going to play 60, with him being just, still nursing an injury. Because we had a 2-0 lead, he probably said, come off at halftime. We'll bring on the defensive winger in Harrison to try and shore it up a little more. And if we get anything attacking, cool. I think if it was 1-0, I think Okafor would have still been on for maybe up until 60 minutes. But because it was 2, I think you probably felt comfortable. I think it is that. They stood off Bowen, no challenge. You can't leave Bowen free. It was criminal. It was criminal. Let me just see here. Mr. P with super chat. Thank you, Mr. P. A win is a win is a win. Just a shame we couldn't have reduced our goal difference deficit. Luke in the house as well. Awesome, just awesome. I like Biol. Perry proved his worth. Absolutely, he did. Rico Isles, sorry. Thank you for the super chat. We're going to have to scrap for every point in this league, but I'll take 3 here today. Must win game 1. Love KG. Yeah, love to you, man. Thank you for the support. Absolutely, yeah. It was a must win. No matter how you come up. If we come away with a point today, it would have spoke volumes to get 1 point out of Burnley and West Ham, especially West Ham in this current form. So, yeah, it was great to get the 3 points. And now we can look back on, look forward to the weekend and see how everyone else gets on. But it was important to get into double figures before this run of games. And, there was a lot to like in the first half in particular. It was good to see Tanaka in there as well. He didn't get on the ball as much as I would have liked him to. It was actually Ampadu that was driving forward more. Ampadu got a little excited a couple of times. When he went forward, I think he was thinking about having a solo goal, and then he just fluffed it wide. But Ampadu was really good. And again, it's an underrated thing that Ampadu does in that central midfield position that doesn't get spoken about a lot. So I'll give him his props. He was really good in there. Longstaff had a good recovery performance after a couple of dodgy ones for me. It was good to see Longstaff in there, and of course he took the corner for Joe Rodon's goal. Brendan Aaronson, people. Yeah, Tanaka just needs a little bit more game time. Brendan Aaronson, and I'm sure he was the one name where everyone was looking before going, oh, Farke's done really well. Oh, Brendan. But Brendan Aaronson today, like when he's played well before, he did really well. Even apart from his goal, even, you know, his goal, he's going to be at the right place at the right time. Good for him. Good tap in. They all count. You've got to be in the right place at the right time. But I thought he was doing well with his dribbles today, people. Something that he hasn't really been doing. We spoke about this last week. He was dribbling and falling over the ball. This week, he was dribbling and going through and trying to set up chances. So full credit to Brendan Aaronson for today. More of those. More of those. Be consistent with it. Try and be consistent with it if you can, obviously. But that was really good from Brendan. What are we saying about Brendan? Come on, let's give some Brendan some love. Yeah, here we go. Wilf, Aaronson was good today. Sean, he took people on so well compared to his usual. Thank you. Yeah, David saying here, yes, Brendan did great today. Luke saying here, best game I've seen Brendan Aaronson play in the shirt. Yeah, man. Yeah, Ampadu back hassling again. Yeah. He was good. He was good. Prosa in the house. What's going on, Prosa? Brendan Gold, Aaronson back, baby. Oh yeah, it's crazy that that was his first goal in the Prem. Obviously, we've been out the league for a couple of years, but since 2022, and that's not his fault really. There was. I mean, it is his fault, but there was a couple of instances when we got relegated where he could have got a goal, but the team just wasn't good enough. But yeah, fair enough. Mr. P saying here, Brendan was runner-up to man of the match. I accept that. Anyone can be second, it's fine, but it's going to be down here, okay? Because the man of the match is up here, all right? That's how it is. His bar is low. Come on, let's give Brendan his love, man. Let's give him his love, because if he didn't perform today, the knives would have been out for Brendan, and everyone would have said, look, you can't drop him. He's his son or something like that. He did really well. Okafor for the 45 minutes was on, and this goes for another thing from Joe Rodon today, but he received a pass from Joe Rodon, dribbled out a couple of times, took the shot first time. It was like an old school play. Instead of waiting, delaying, maybe waiting for the right spot, he just took the shot straight away, just didn't get enough curl on it. That was lovely from Noah Okafor. But again, we need him as fit as possible for the Brighton game, and that's why he probably came off at half time. But yeah, it was good to see him start the game, because you can see clearly, people, he is the one player that's got the X factor in this team. If anyone's going to dribble past a couple of players and get a shot off that could be dangerous, it's him. And I guess he got the assist for Brendan Aaronson's goal, because it was his shot that was parried out by Areola that fell to Aaronson. So there you go. There's another goal contribution for him. Aaronson was man of the match for you. Fair enough. But he doesn't go ahead of the king today. All right. Again, the king reigns supreme. Calvert-Lewin for me, people. I know you guys are going to be impressed with the hustle and bustle, but for me, if I'm Joel Peru, I'm looking at this, and there's a few things in this, and maybe this isn't the right time to say it, but the fact that Mecha came on again ahead of Joel Peru, I get it. Mecha's like a like for like for Calvert-Lewin. They're basically the same player, just, big brutes up there that are trying to, hustle and bustle against the ball. But Calvert-Lewin, man, I swear I saw that performance from Noah Hunt. I saw it many times in the championship for Noah Hunt, just hustling around. He didn't get a lot of service, but then there was some service where he just didn't get to because he doesn't have the pace. And he was never a pacey striker anyway, but that's another game for Calvert-Lewin without a goal. And if I'm Joel Peru and I'm not getting on the pitch, I swear I'm speaking to my agent. Now, there's some people that will say this Peru is just not good enough for the Premier League. That's a fair comment, Rom, but neither is Mecha. Mecha should literally be in the Greek league right now, but he's getting on the pitch in the Premier League. So I don't really want to hear that when it comes to that. But we know that Joel Peru was never really fancied by Farke. He just literally was the default striker after he lost, faith in Mateo Joseph, and Bamford couldn't stay fit. But yeah, it's just crazy for me. But yeah. Michael, is this the end for Peru and Pascal at Philippe? I don't think it's the end for Pascal, because if Biol doesn't keep his performances up, there's a good chance that he could come out. I think that's pretty clear. And I think the rope might be short, because he does love Pascal. But for me, Joel Peru, this guy was looking forward to playing in the Prem this season, and it just isn't happening for him. So if he's not going to be effective here, it's best for every party that he goes. But we've got to get in an actual striker that will hopefully replace Calvert-Lewin for me. But he can't stay here, and he won't want to stay here being the third choice striker to Metcha and DCL. And he is the best finisher at the club. But as people will rightly say, and it is fair, it's all the other stuff that Calvert-Lewin does that João Peru just doesn't do. And that's what Farke likes. That is what he likes. That's why DCL will probably continue getting starts, even if he doesn't score another goal. And for me, that's unfair. Because if João Peru doesn't score, he comes out the team because that's his job as a goal scoring striker. But DCL isn't a goal scoring striker. He's a nuisance up there. And I guess it works well to a certain extent, but he's just not clinical, man. Yeah, West Ham conceding another 9 from corners. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, man. The pass from Barney in the house as well. Thank you for the super chat. The pass from Brendan, the pass Brendan gave him right at his foot, and some reason he dived forward. Drove me nuts. Good hold up though. Yes, the one where I think he tripped over. And look, that can happen. I'm not gonna, kill Calvert-Lewin for that, but it's just generally, I mean, I just like my strikers that score goals. I know that's a crazy concept, people in 2025, but yeah, it's fair enough. Hyru here, yeah, I don't know why Nuno took the job. Should have waited till the off season. Yeah, Hyru, yeah. No, yeah, I mean, Nuno looked like he was regretting his decision to go there, wasn't he, tonight? But maybe he turns it around, maybe with more training sessions with the team, but I hope they don't. Because what we've got to do now, people, let me just get up the table. Right. What we have to do, obviously, is look after ourselves. That's what we have to do. We have to look after ourselves first, but we also have to hope that there's other teams that just drop down. That's what it has to be. We have to get the points that we need, of course, on the board, but we also need other teams to suffer. And this is, I've said it from the start, people, this is the best year for at least 2 of the promoted teams to survive. Sunderland are going to do it, no problem. No worries about Sunderland. This is a chance for Burnley or Leeds to be another team to survive. Now, it's going to take 2 of the Premier League regulars to drop down, but this season, it is definitely possible. It's definitely possible. And you're seeing all the turmoil with West Ham and off the pitch, on the pitch, they just look like strangers as well. They look like strangers on the pitch, but that's not our concern. Long may it continue, but we've got to do our job as well and pick up points whenever we can. That's why tonight was absolutely vital. Chris in the house saying here, today you saw why Metcha, DCL and Wilson were free. Yeah, Callum Wilson got on the pitch. And I've mentioned in the preview as well that the youngster came on before, he came on before Callum Wilson in the Brentford game. There was rumors saying that it's because of the pay as you play deal for Callum Wilson, and they didn't want to bring him on. But Nuno did rubbish that, whether that's true or not. But yeah, Callum Wilson is, that's not Callum Wilson from 5 years ago, quite clearly. Again, you talk about lack of pace. It's just not there. He's had too many knee injuries for him to be, a threat on the shoulder anymore. So yeah, it's one of those where West Ham, yeah, there was a reason why he was free and went to West Ham. Hyru here saying November and December are a bloodbath, hoping for the best. Well, yes. Well, listen, people, look, there is a lot of donuts that go on in donut shops, right? There's a lot of flavors. Well, join me as we go to the glaze section, because this is about Sir Joe Rodon, the man of the match today. This guy is so important for Leeds United. So important. And this was something that I said in the international break. But him and Jayden Bogle, when you're talking overall consistency of being the best players, I'm not talking about having a great game, one game, and then maybe going quiet for 1 or 2 after. Overall, Joe Rodon and Jayden Bogle, for me, have been the best players. Joe Rodon, since the international break, has elevated to an even higher level. He has been absolutely amazing. And I mean that with everything in my fiber of my being. He has been amazing, absolutely wonderful. First of all, his first job is to be a defender, and he's been sensational at that. There was even a point where West Ham tried to counter in the second half. Looked like Paqueta was going to get a good shot off. Joe Rodon's there just blocking it and then celebrating like he scored a goal. But the fact that he's adding goals to his performances, it's a sweet bonus. Darren, Bayern Munich coming for him. Yeah, Vincent Kompany. I know Vincent Kompany said he liked him before, but let me just say this. He cost us £10 million, people. £10 million. Yeah. If he was to go, I'm looking for at least 70 million. And that's before add-ons, people. All right. I just really, really love what Joe Rodon's done. And I mentioned it in the international break, but the fact that he's took it up a level since then in the games that he's played, I'm talking about from Wales to now, is just immense. It's just immense. And he's been a danger at both boxes. Him and Biol were sensational clearing the ball today from defensive situations and in the attacking set pieces. I mean, he just got around Paqueta. Paqueta didn't want it. Paqueta just went, I'm not jumping with you. And Joe Rodon gets the goal. And he, as LUFC data here, I can't put his name on there because I want his face in the shot. 3rd goal in 6 matches for club and country, set piece machine. Oh my Lord. Rodon has so far this season looked good for Wales and Leeds. Good. He's been great. John Noel here saying he's quietly been one of the best bargains the club has had in the past 5 years. No doubt. And just to think as well, when he was here on loan, like the guy literally, and I know this as well, people, there was Premier League teams at that time, and there was a couple that had just been promoted that wanted him. And he came back to us. He came back because he wanted to finish the job. And the fact that he's gone from strength to strength as a defender is amazing. Now, the only thing is, the only thing with that, obviously, when you do well at Leeds United, other clubs do notice, and I'm sure we'll have to come to that one day with him performing so well. But I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from Joe. And the fact that he's added goals is a sweet bonus. Johnny's saying here, 70 million KJ that comment as well. Look, I might have got a little ahead of myself, Johnny. I got a little ahead of myself, but let me talk to you. Yeah, no, I'm not saying 70, but let's face it. If he was to leave, and we don't need to think about that today. It's certainly not going to be for around the £10 million mark, is it? Absolutely not. Luis in the house here. Joe Rodon is our best defender by a country mile, improving with every season. Love it. And I knew it as well in terms of him stepping up. I said it, during our keep sell bench. I knew he would, make the step up. I knew he'd have the capabilities to do so. But he's exceeded my expectations, exceeded them. I mean, they're going through the roof. And I think Sky made him man of the match as well. So it's not just me, people. It's not just me being biased here. But yeah, great. Jane. Hey, listen, no one's mentioned Bogle tonight. Great cross for the first goal. And that's kind of what I was going to, talk about in the preview about Goodmanson, about Bogle being the outlets for the crosses, because they are, even though we've got wingers here, apart from Okafor, who probably look to like drift inside and shoot, they are our best deliverers of the ball out wide. It's not even close either. Goodmanson and Bogle should be our outlets in order to get crosses in for DCL or whoever else is up front. And it was a good ball in, and it did set off the whole scenario for the first goal. But yeah, Bogle always gets props from me. I mean, I literally said he's basically, him and Joe Rodon have been 1 and 2 for me. He's been brilliant as well. His consistency has been brilliant, Joe, in terms of Bogle. Yeah, Bogle getting some props here. John, surprised no minutes for Stack. No, I'm not surprised, because the guy, as Daniel Farke said in a press conference, has been playing with hurt ribs. Like, he shouldn't even be on the bench if we're being real. And I think that's why Gruev obviously replaced Tanaka today, and we didn't need to see Stack. Let Stack heal up and get back to the best Anton Stack he can be. If he's that Stack against Everton and Wolves, we've got a sensational player on our hands in terms of where we're going to be in this division. But if he's hurt, we've seen what he looks like, and it doesn't look good. So let him recover and allow Tanaka to play. That's the right call to do. Michael is saying Bowen being interviewed, he's got a proper face on him, wasted at West Ham. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be frustrated, isn't he? Michael, if Aaronson had scored that goal that hit the crossbar, that would have been goal of the season. Yeah, it was again another. I didn't even include that one when I was talking about Aaronson earlier. Yeah, that was a great run. Some would say he could have slotted it through to the striker, but it was the right choice to shoot, and yeah, hit the bar and very unlucky. It was just a really good performance from Brendan. And that's what you want to see. You want to see more of that from him. Chris saying here, if we went to a back 5 with Bogle and Goodmanson as wing backs, Ampadu in front, we would be solid. Absolutely, Chris. That's what I've been, calling for. It almost did really happen today, but yeah, it was good. Ampadu was clearing up a bit as well, coming back in defense, helping out. So yeah, we got the best of both things there. But you're right. That's what would make us more solid. We just have to make sure that we're efficient up front to match it. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, someone asked about Biol. my thoughts on Bior. I gave my thoughts on him earlier, but David says it here. Bior was solid apart from one slappy pass, and I'd agree with that as well. Oh yeah, I haven't even said it, people. Yeah, thank you, Jane. Yeah, please like the video this late in the day. Please do that. Sheza here, evening KG. Don't know what to make of that. I still think we look shaky at the back. Nah, I think we'll improve now. We've got our first choices in. We'll see what happens with Goodmanson. Hopefully he's not hurt long term. But yeah, I think we look better. But obviously we were playing a fellow terrible team and they were absolutely awful. West Ham fans must be steaming right now. But look, that's not our concern. We've got the 3 points today, people. Up to 13th, and you know, as before the Saturday's games and everything else kicks off. But it was important for us to get into double points for the season. And now there's room now for 2 more games where we can go, well, at least we're at a point per game. No matter what happens, when we hit the next international break, we'll be a point per game. No matter what. No matter what. Okay? No matter what. Yeah, the points are what matters. Absolutely. Absolutely. And just to say this as well, because this is a comment that's coming up a lot. This wasn't one of our best performances, but West Ham stink. They absolutely do stink. And it wasn't a great performance, but you know, it doesn't matter. When you win the game where we're going to be, it doesn't matter, honestly. And then we can still pick apart things that we would want to improve and things that we like to get better. But when you pick up the 3 points, that's the main thing. You know, otherwise we're talking about last week where we've got all the possession, all the XG, and we've lost the game 2-0. Well, today, I think West Ham actually had more possession. Yep. They had more possession, more passes, you know, but they can, you know, more corners. But it doesn't matter, does it? The main thing is this right here. That's the main thing. And hopefully Daniel recognizes that as well. And yeah, the first half for me was better. Second half, yeah, not too good. Trev in ours, what's going on, Trev? Bookies have us to finish 15th. We'll take that. I would absolutely take that. Honestly, I'd be happy with 17th. So if we finish any higher, that would be amazing. That would be a great bonus. But listen, people, and Darren, yeah, says it best, as we come to a close, we have to grind out wins like this. Absolutely, Darren. So people, it's Friday night. Enjoy the 3 points. 2-1 win against a poor West Ham team. Joe Rodon, you're sensational. Sensational. 70 million. I said it again, Johnny Cash. I said it again. But people, like the video before you go. I'll be back tomorrow for the cool down for Daniel Farke's comments and probably Nuno's as well. Enjoy the rest of your night. See you in the next one. Peace out.